Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster situation playing as Tehenoan, where he's gone out for a bit of a sail out into the ocean and encountered a whole bunch of Skaven. Although he was specifically going to try to deal with them, they have shown up in large numbers. So let's read out the email, get some context as to exactly what's going on here, and then figure out a solution. So he says, "Hi Legend, I got into a situation that's a disaster battle if not dealt with right now, and can turn into a disaster situation for the entire campaign. Basically, the rats were sending one army every now and again to my territory, so I sent one of my own to expand outside Lizardman's starting continent. At the end turn, suddenly 5 armies of rats appeared on the horizon, including 3 right next to each other. If they're not dealt with right now, I'm afraid I'll have to spend multiple turns chasing them one by one, and if they spread out, potentially destroying half my territory before I catch them. I almost beat the 3 versus 1 by rushing towards the reinforcement zone, but at the end there were so many ranged units left, constantly shooting at my dinos and not enough dinos to catch them all. Hopefully you can take a look and see if this is winnable." Okay, so let's have a look at your army. So you've gone with, this isn't a Rite of Primeval Glory army, but it's just like filled with Carnosaurs. Only a 3/4 stack, but you've got some high-powered heroes here for sure. So really good army. And, okay, so here's a bit of an issue. You've got 2 armies from Clan Mulder and 1 army from Clan Scryer. So that means that all 3 of these armies can come onto the battlefield at the same time. So you don't have Lightning Strike either. That would have been very helpful here. You do have a healer with the Skink Oracle. I've already gone through and had a little look at their equipment. Everything seems fine. One thing that we could do, you've got loads of sacrificial offerings, and you don't have currently active the Sacrifice of Zuhua. This is super good. I don't know why you don't have it. It's just, you should just have this active for your entire campaign. It's not that much of a cost. It's essentially 15 sacrifices every turn, because this one plus 10 turns. Small price to pay. It's super good. Okay, so I mentioned that you actually had the right idea in terms of going after their reinforcement zone, because that's when they're going to be least organized. But I'm guessing that you attacked the Clan Scryer army, but that was your mistake. Why did you attack the closest army? Even the AI understands this. It's actually better to attack the army that's at the rear, because that way their reinforcements are coming in from your location. The AI does this all the damn time. This is one of the reasons why I always say, always be the attacker, so that you don't get that situation occur to you, but also we can do it to them. So if I just attack them here now, they'll probably come in from the side. So what I want to do is actually go around them a little bit this direction. Just a little bit. Because we've got heaps of movement. That way they're definitely going to come in from our rear. Okay, cool. So we've got a banner here, that's not going to matter, but whatever. What's the battle difficulty? So it's on very hard with no AI stat modifiers. Let's bump that up. And yeah, they've got some dangerous units in here for sure, but the most dangerous are going to be the rattling guns if they manage to get out, spread out, and start shooting at us. So if we manage to pin them down at the very beginning and rout them immediately, then that's great, because they'll get wiped out because all the armies are on force march. Now, it says here that their vigor in battle will be tired. Now, I haven't checked this since patch 6.3, but in all other patches prior with Warhammer 3, the AI is exclusive to the AI. They're actually going to be fresh. They're not going to actually get that bug. This was a bug that was actually fixed. It existed in Warhammer 2, and then they fixed it, and then they reintroduced it into Warhammer 3, and they haven't fixed it. Now, to put things in perspective, Warhammer 3 has almost been out for the amount of time that that Warhammer 2 was out before Warhammer 3. Almost. So they're still kind of behind on some of just the legacy bugs. Anyway, let's jump in here and see what we can do. It's not that big of a deal. It's just, it's kind of sloppy. And I think that was just part of the problem with Warhammer 3 in the first place. Good. Both of the enemy reinforcements are coming right next to each other. And in the corner there, so they're probably going to have a hard time spreading out. There's a lot of trees over there. That's good. As opposed to coming out from over this way here, which would have required us to run past these guys here. Now them, because they've got artillery, if they bomb us over here, they're going to hit their own units. So that's just great. And it's pretty surprising how just a small change like this will be able to make such a huge difference. But let's just see how we go before I start claiming victory. But I think this was the key here. So what we want to do, just get in there. We could pop down a little bit of a heal at the start of the battle. Tiny little bit damaged. Make sure everyone's on. Get into melee, even the Skink Oracle. We don't want to block them off too much, because you want them to come onto the battlefield. If you stand too close to the reinforcement zone, you can actually prevent them from coming in. So Clan Molder is going to be coming in first with Gorich. Okay. Wait until most of the infantry come in before we start using Jungle Swarm. Yeah, no lightning strike on Tehenowin, which is fine. I wouldn't expect you to prioritize that, to be honest. But that would have also made this, that would have made it easier, but it is what it is. Okay, so go for him, try to kill the enemy lord if we can. And onto them, probably do some stuff. Alright, now that we're a nice big blob, we can use debuffs and affect their entire army. If there's a couple of units coming in from the flank that get around, that's fine. We've also got this, which, yeah, we'll use it now. It's not going to affect the single entities too much. This stacks with the other buff because they're two different abilities. Interesting that we've got that ability there. Alright, let's pop this down here. So we'll get more uses of it. Try to get them really in and kill that lord there, because if he dies, then we'll be a lot easier to get rid of the rest of these guys. Keep casting spells. So yeah, they're going to come over here, they're going to start bombing us, but we're not really vulnerable to Plague Claw catapults, and they're just going to bomb their own units. So getting to, okay, that's not what we want to have happen. We need to prevent that. Okay, and I need you to heal this one. Also, when you spread out your units, how are you going to use your Earthbloods effectively? Don't worry about them. So they're going to hit their own units. Cool. This one here's got Flock of Doom as well, but it's more expensive than Tehenowin's. Although, when this one does it, he's got more passive. Although this guy should be focusing on healing. Did we end up killing the enemy lord? Let me just check. Fled. Okay, that's fine. I would have preferred to have killed him. Just because it would have been a permanent penalty, but that's fine. Good, that one's getting smashed up. We're definitely taking some damage, but for the most part we're okay. We can debuff with that. Because yeah, this battle's going to happen pretty bloody quickly. Just get them off the battlefield, because they're all on force march. And as you can see, they're all fresh, despite being caught on force march. So yeah, patch 6.3 did not fix it. I don't think it's on their list of priorities to fix that bug. But yeah, it was in Warhammer 2, and then they fixed it, and then Warhammer 3 came out, and 3 years later, not fixed. So, by this stage in Warhammer 2's development, it had actually been fixed. It's not like the last patch of Warhammer 2 fixed it. It was towards the end of the life cycle of it, but down there. Doesn't affect friendly units. So still taking a fair bit of damage. Because yeah, they got a lot of dangerous units. Dish out a lot of damage. And because the battle's happening quite quickly, we're taking damage quickly as well. So they're shooting us through the trees over here. Okay, let's pop this down on them. Could use a summon, but I like them in the blob there, so just keep them there, it's fine. Because while they're in a blob, they're not firing properly. So, we'll let them do that. Okay, all of the enemy reinforcements have come onto the battlefield. Get over here, guys. Keep Flock of Dooming there. What's this here? Doom Wheel, yeah, take that out. I'll try to that one down. Good. Got to keep reissuing the orders, or else they will forget. Alright, so probably the Lord having left the battlefield, yeah, that penalty is left. Although it's separate for each of them. No, neither of them have a Lord penalty. And I don't imagine this has done much damage to us. A little bit, but I reckon they've done more damage to themselves. So these rattling guns, okay, they haven't done that much damage, so that's why I wasn't too concerned about them shooting at us. And there's the army losses for Clan Mulder, but not for... Wait, yeah, and for Clan Scryer as well. Cool. Alright, now we definitely want to get our guys together and heal a bit before we end the battle, because we've still got other armies to deal with. So, killing these ones here with this ability, this is just to get extra post-battle loot. Not for other reasons, because they're all going to get wiped out. Alright, let's pause the recording as I heal them, and then we move on, probably to Ikitclaw's army. Okay, everyone's pretty much fully healed. One of these Skaven units, Gorich, got completely stuck, so now we're free to just go finish him off. Rather just end battle, we'll get the loot from killing him. So we unstuck him there. Cool. So pretty amazing how big of a difference it makes just by the enemy reinforcements changing position from where they're coming in from. Because I have no doubt that if we had attacked it from Clan Scryer's position, this would have been significantly more difficult. Because the vast majority of their units, they had absolutely no impact on this battle whatsoever. But if you don't get over there quickly enough, because they're further away, then yeah, they get a chance to spread out, or maybe when they do rout, they don't rout off the battlefield straight away. So we almost got all the sacrificial offerings straight away from what we just spent. But yeah, we didn't kill that many of them, because look how many of them left the battlefield. So we'll grab you. Finances are okay. Great. Sacrificial offerings are better though. So all three armies gone, no need for a lightning strike, so that's great. Now we should have enough campaign movement range to hit Ikitclaw. Yep, but I don't think we'll have enough to reach this one here. But that being said, that one is the weakest of the 5 armies that was here. If that one makes its way over to the coastline, you should be able to deal with it. Definitely would be worth it to get rid of Ikit. Does Tehenowin have Ikitclaw's defeat trade already? It doesn't look like it. So it's a good one to get for him. Extra wins of magic and research rate. Our research rate is currently at 151. This is the new tech tree here. Cool. Alright. Got some levels up, but I don't think we need to do anything about that. Let's get in there. And our army is also in excellent shape. We only took a tiny bit of damage on this one here because it's a bit lopsided with that one. Could auto-resolve this, but I think we should fight it manually because I think we'll do a better job than medium casualties. Because one thing that auto-resolve never takes into consideration is your potential healing. So being able to heal your army after the battle is over makes a big difference. While we still might end up getting a Pyrrhic victory, we should be in much better shape than if I auto-resolve. So, definitely going to win, but we need to make sure that his army is in good shape. He's actually taking attrition out here, and he wants to head over to Estalia, because that's the closest continent to land on. And if our army is absolutely obliterated, then, you know, might get rid of their invasion, but this would probably have taken him quite a while in blessed spawning stuff in order to deal with, to get this, so, you know, losing it would suck. Now, auto-resolve didn't seem like any of those units to get wiped out. Now, none of us, well, some of us can hide. None of them can hide, but it doesn't matter because we just go in through the forest so that their missile units can't shoot us. They do have a nuke, but they're not going to use it because we've got no infantry. Just get in over here. This just provides us a lot of cover. Okay, taking out Ikitclaw as early as possible would be fantastic. looking at his combat, he does have anti-large, but if we just have everyone go and fight him, I think that would work out pretty well for us. Try to get some of our guys around his rear. That'd be good. Eat some of that rat ass. Good, got him completely surrounded there. And they're kind of blobbed up there. Let's pop that down. Interesting with this one here is that you've got range on that ability. Oh, look at this blob. They just make it so easy for us, don't they? Rattling guns shooting at us, but we've got cover in the trees. Small amount of cover, but it's better than nothing. Okay, they're probably not doing much friendly fire with their own artillery, so it would be worth it to take them out. Just roll right over them. No problem, because we're scary, and this is a weapons team kind of worst nightmare, is scary units that you don't kill quickly enough. That are quick. Once again, they're on forced march, but no fatigue penalty. Since you're not going to get any healing over the end turn, try to heal now. Yes, this is what happens. One unit running down, 3 of them, they spread out, and then some of them rally and start shooting at you. I imagine that's exactly what happened to him in the previous battle. That's why it was so important to keep them in that blob. Have them reinforced from our rear. See, if you've got a weapons team army, the last thing you want is the enemy forces coming at your rear. Unless you know what you're doing, because we've literally had that happen the other day. Just gotta know what to do. It all comes with practice. Okay. This will help here, because Tehennawin's obviously fairly slow. Battlefield. Okay, you go deal with this. Okay, Tehennawin's not really taking that much damage anyway. This one here is. Yeah, don't stand around doing nothing, get in there. Can't cast it on the target that we actually want, then anything will do, because that way at least we get the life bloom going. So this is some healing. Yep, this was never going to be a problem. Actually, yeah, keep running that one up there off the battlefield. Alright, cool. Let's get the damaged ones together and heal them, because yeah, no replenishment out at sea. We just want to make sure he's in good shape, because there'll probably be more armies coming on their way, so you want to make sure that your army's in as good shape as possible. So once again, just pause the recording while I heal them up a bit. Okay, wasn't able to fully heal them. They just got off the battlefield quickly this time, so that one didn't get all the healed on, but everyone else should be at full strength. It's always just one that didn't quite get all the healing. But yeah, Ikeclaw got wounded, so we get all the loot money for that. And I don't think we'll have enough movement to get to that other army. But like I said, I would be very surprised if it continued on and was an actual threat. It's more likely going to try to tail us as we make our way over to Estalia. Which... Does he still have other things to do this turn? That'd be why he's broke. Nothing wrong with doing this, it's a good army. Okay. Oh, actually, no, look at that. I have 1 move point remaining. I wasn't expecting to be able to reach it. How about that? Well, that would be an easy auto-resolve, but it may be better because that is the opposite direction of the where you want to actually be going. And like I said, this one is not going to... I really doubt it's going to continue down this way. And even if it does, like one of your basic garrisons with maybe just recruit a lord right before they attack would be enough to deal with it. So it would be better, I think, maybe grabbing this way over here, heading towards Magritta. Huh. Should we auto-resolve it? I mean, I did say we should be in full strength. That'd be fine. Okay, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully we get a good buff for that. No, just money. Okay, now that army is actually completely vanished. Now the real issue here is, should we go into force march? I don't think we can. If we go into force march, it could be the same amount of movement, because the heroes' movements are... they're not really augmented that much by the Lord's skills, and based on what I'm seeing here, I don't think we're going to get any additional movement out of force march, but if we do go into force march, we might be stuck in it, which could be good to get the trade if you haven't already got it. Let's just see what happens. Okay, we got a tiny little bit of extra movement. I think we'll manage. No sign of any army there. Because yeah, you want to remain out at sea for as little time as possible. So this wasn't legendary difficulty, was it? No. Okay, so that's the end of the disaster situation, which that 4 out of 5 of the armies dealt with pretty damn quickly, I think. But it's all just about the angle that you go at it. You had all the tools that you needed. You just needed that one little bit of, if I just come at this from a different angle, it makes such a huge difference. But what we'll do here is just make sure that I haven't screwed everything over. So just quick saved it there. And we'll go through the end turn, because I think he might have other things that he wants to do this turn before he finishes up. I don't think he didn't ask me to go through the end turn, but I just want to make sure that everything is going to be fine. I'm pretty confident that it will be. Yeah, none of them attacked him. It's all good. And that just allows us to get to, allows him to get to Estalia as quickly as possible before they get a chance to recover. Like, taking out their armies, that's great. But they're rats. They're going to recover really bloody quickly. And they're probably going to get better units next time around. Probably attack is better than defending with Lisbon. Good, you can actually reach Nuja. That's what I would recommend doing. There's no army there. And we don't have any eyes on the other one. But you could use this battle here to recover your diners a little bit. That being said, you'll be on foot. Super easy to deal with that. Okay, cool. I'll send the save file back from the previous turn, because I'm sure there's other things he wants to do, because he's got a fair bit of territory, and I'm just... It's not a disaster campaign. He just needed to come at this from a different angle. Makes all the difference. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.